get to see what's going on with service. And I just had all these little Italian women and men in front of me, and you could see the conversation happen, and they would turn around, so they'd be going, yes, 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 you know, and giving it, and then they'd roll around, they'd walk around and start walking back up the queue with their back to the staff going. They hated it, but they felt obliged. Don't do it. Don't do that to your staff. It's awful. It's really awful. And it's not valid. There's nothing valid about it. And Australians will lie at face because they want to save your face and they want to save their own face. Please don't do that. So just ask your customers what bugs them here. And you go, oh no, they'll complain. Yes, good. That's what you need to hear. Feel-good feedback, as I said earlier, is fabulous. Makes you feel good. Tells you what to keep doing. You need to know the bad stuff that your customers don't want you to do, because that's your risk management aspect of managing your business well for your customers. Any questions, ladies and gentlemen? None. Have I left you stunned? Well, I hope I've challenged you. There's a couple of challenges I've written. Don't do satisfaction surveys. You question, sir.
Anthony.
Thanks, Gillian. That was a great presentation. Just a question about, and it's a theory, on the feedback from customers and wait times in pharmacy. So one resolution to that would be we need to improve our workflows to make it more efficient, or put more staff on, or whatever it might be. Or is there a possibility that the customer doesn't feel engaged with any staff whilst they're waiting? So if someone was, I don't know, talking to them, engaging with them, possibly even distracting them, and then they wouldn't think of the wait time.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's something that you could ask. Is there anything we could do differently? You know, and again, if you look at those rules, they provide you a way of dealing with issues elsewhere where your customers are not happy. The rule of providing information gives you the opportunity to say to the customers, is there any, advertise and be very clear. We have to take great care preparing your prescriptions by law and every other way, and to make sure errors do not occur. That's a given. This means that sometimes your scripts will take some time. The question then is to ask, is there anything we could do to make it easier for you to wait for your scripts? Do you see how I've made that link?
Yeah, and just a follow-up question. I see it a lot in pharmacies, and it's a bugbear in my pharmacy with my staff, and I try to get them not to do it. We invariably say, oh, thank you, that will be 5 minutes, that prescription. We just have this default time interval. And I don't know how my staff could possibly know whether it's going to be 5 minutes, 3 minutes, or 10 minutes. And we create this expectation up front. So, you know, I'm just interested in your feedback on that, because it just seems like a habit. Any pharmacy I've ever worked in up until my own business now, where I've tried to ban it, that type of default. Yeah.
One, it becomes a script, and Australians hate scripts. Yeah. They loathe scripts. They think it's insincere. Well then, oh, we love you. Can't stand it. So don't do it. Because they like genuineness. They like authenticity. Or that word, you know. They like staff to be authentic. I think that you've just got to approach it from that perspective of, okay, this is a given in this industry. It's like if you're selling ice creams, you don't sell ice creams in winter. It's a given in the industry. You find your way around to manage your business. This is a given. How are we going to do it? And ask your customers. Discover more. Yep. Ask your customers. They'll tell you, but don't do what the banks did, because when they asked the customers what bugs you, and Australians throughout Australia said, we hate being in queues. So they disappeared the queues. The queues were still there. You walked in to all these little lounge areas. You didn't know where you were. You didn't know whether you had 3 hours to wait. They just disappeared the queues. They didn't think. They got rid of the queues. But then the queues were still there. They hidden them. I'll be around for afternoon tea. If anyone's got any questions, those handouts will be available afterwards. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Gillian Mercer. And Gillian, I can assure everybody that our survey is not a satisfaction survey of this forum. It's asking a lot more about what you like, what you don't, what could be done better, exactly what Gillian's been talking about. I'd just like to also say a big thank you to Apotex. They're a silver sponsor of this forum. Their representative said, I don't need to get up here and have a chat to you, but they're thrilled to be part of the sponsorship team behind this forum, without which we couldn't do an event like this, but you can go and have a chat to them in the break that's coming up right now. So enjoy afternoon tea. That's back in the trade area. Just a reminder also about that gala dinner tomorrow night. The seating plan is when you go out the doors, if you haven't seen it already, it's just to your left if you want to check that. And if for some reason you aren't able to attend tomorrow night, just to let our friendly team at the registration desk know. So enjoy afternoon tea. We'll be back here for our final session today at 3:45. Thank you. So you've got half an hour. Cheers.